My name's Duddy, Settle Builds and Stuff. Today's video is about the hierarchy of needs. It's been fixed, it's back, it's better than ever. The buffs and the fixes have finally happened, and this bow is sensational. This build is going to be revolving around Argent Quiver to get extra damage on our bow. We're going to be featuring Fever and Chill for Radiant, Scorch effects with Radiant Shrapnel, loads and loads of damage on this bow with the Argent Quiver. This build is absolutely insane. It's a jack of all trades, excellent for ad clearance, excellent for any activity, and it's actually pretty good for damage as well. So stay with me, I'll break this video down. Hierarchy of needs, Guidance Ring, Precision Hits and Final Blows build Guidance Ring energy. Opposing Guardians grant additional energy. At full charge, hip firing creates a Guidance Ring. You only takes 3 hits now, it used to be 5. It's 3 hits and you're going to get that Guidance Ring. And that Guidance Ring now will actually revolve and follow you around. It's absolutely amazing right now. Once you get your 3 hits, yes, just 3 hits, you're going to get the exotic trait Apollonic Tangent. Arrows fired through the Guidance Ring release seeking projectiles which do more damage based on distance travelled. And it's got a catalyst on there to give you insane snappy handling when you shoot through a ring. So basically, like I said, it used to be 5 hits, but now it's 3. You used to have to get precision hits and everything with it, but now you just literally need 3 hits. Now take a look at this damage number, 232. We're going to stack that right up. It's absolutely a chronic damage increase. Via the Argent Quiver, reloading a bow consumes 1 stack of armor charge, granting increased damage and reload speed for your next 3 shots. It gives you a 30% damage increase Argent Quiver. Pair it up with semi-auto striker. If you have fewer than 2 stacks of armor charge, rapid precision hits with bows, snipers and scout rifles will give you armor charge. So that constantly feeds that Argent Quiver. Now to buff semi-auto striker out, you want to be running stacks on stacks because this will actually give you 2 armor charges for your Argent Quiver. So that's a really good mod to run. So again, you'll see the damage 232, and you'll also notice in that bottom left, I'm going to get that God Slayer Broadheads and Radiant as well, and Solar Weapon Boost. So basically, I am using the semi-auto striker and stacks on stacks to give myself 2 armor charges on the fly, which, like I said, feeds that Argent Quiver. We're going to be running stacks on stacks, like I said, and that also feeds your Solar Surges as well. So an extra 17% on top of that. Now, I just want to show you it one more time. Apologies if it's boring you, but it's quite crucial to see how it all works. So again, just getting them rapid precision hits with hierarchy, which is easy to do when you've got that ring up as well. Well, it's easy to do without the ring. You'll see all them buffs on that left hand side. Now to buff this out even further, we're going to run shoulder to shoulder, dealing sustained precision damage, which we'll be doing. You're going to get damage resistance as long as you've got a couple of teammates near you. Fever and Chill, rapid precision hits, which we're doing again, which is going to give you Radiant on your bow because it's solar. There's an extra 20% damage. And then finally, we're going to be running Radiant Shrapnel as well to deal in sustained damage, while Radiant or defeating the Scorch combatant is going to release little solar projectiles. This just all adds into the damage. Now, the original number I showed you was 232, and you're going to see everything I've just talked about all working together. Now, bearing in mind, the Seeking Arrows actually get the damage buff as well. So, 232 all the way up to 413. This is everything working together. Your Radiant, your Shrapnel, your Argent Quiver, everything. And it goes up to 78% damage increase, and this is exceptionally easy to do with that setup I showed you. Not only are you getting that 413%, all your Seeking Arrows do extra damage as well, and you actually get the ignitions as well. Look, 648, so it's actually a bigger damage increase than what I said, but all in all, it's huge. Now, we can add our damage even further with Helion. This is going to release Solar Mortars and Scorch enemies as well. And of course, it's affected by the grenade stat now. Add on Eunoia, where your Helion projectiles deal increased damage the further they travel, eventually fracturing into Scorched Shrapnel. This works perfectly with hierarchy because you're at a certain distance. And of course, your grenade stat, man's 154 at the minute. You can add higher if you want. You're going to get 34.8% minimum damage on your Eunoia. Helion damage, plus more if you're at a certain distance. All this with your Godslayer Broadheads, your Radiant, your Helion, your Scorching effects is just an absolute joke. You do so much damage, and the changes to Hierarchy are finally here. They've all been buffed and working correctly, and Hierarchy is better than ever now, guys. It's absolutely insane. We can add more damage as well with Ember of Ashes. You're going to apply more Scorch stacks to targets, which is going to improve our chances of getting ignitions as well. So that's all just adding to the mix as well. So basically we've got Godslayer Broadheads going on, Radiant, Solar Weapon boost, Eunoia, shrapnel damage from your Helion. It's just an absolute staggerfest for enemies. Look at all these ignitions and all that scorching. You don't know what to do with yourself. It looks like he's having a little rave, but this is just all the projectiles causing him to do that. So it's really, really good just for staggering. That's just like a little added bonus, but really strong damage. But wait, there's even more we can do with this build. Ember of Combustion, final blows with a solar super, cause targets to ignite and cause a fire sprite. Well, when you're in your well, if you get a solar weapon kill, i.e. Hierarchy, it's going to cause ignitions, going to combust. Ember of Ashes, which we've touched on, to apply more Scorch. Ember of Char, to make your ignition spread Scorch to nearby targets. And then you've got Ember of Eruption to have an increased area of effect. I just want to show you that Ember of Combustion. Now, remember in the back of your mind, you've got all that stuff we've just talked about, all that extra damage, and now you're going to see that Ember of Combustion working like a treat. It actually turns Well of Radiance into an Add Clear Super. You're going to get ignitions left, right, and centre, all at the back of the map. And it's so easy to do, guys. You literally get a guidance ring up and you can hip fire. You literally hip fire and clear waves out. It's a joke, to be honest. So much damage. You've got ignitions left, right, and centre. Fire sprites created everywhere. And things just go pop. Now, bearing in mind, you've got that Eunoia as well. And your Helion all adding to the mix. Now, you can also add the Submersion Stasis Bow with something like Chill Clip or Firing Line, because as we know at the beginning of the season when Hierarchy got changed, this works with other bows now as well. So you're going to get them seeking projectiles on other bows as long as you shoot through that guidance ring. That applies for you and your teammates, so you can actually still put out some damage normally with your Hierarchy. Loads and like ignitions, etc. He's staggering as well. Look at the state of him. He doesn't know what to do with himself, all them ignitions, and he can get your Submerging out and fire that through there as well. And all your Godslayer Broadheads will apply that. So you get extra damage on your crossbow as well, even if you got the one from the raid or other bows in the game. If your teammates are running other bows, it will all work for them as well. The build itself, it's sort of a, I'm not going to label it as a DPS build. It does do nice DPS for a bow. Now, what you've got to remember, it is a primary ammo weapon. But the build itself, it's sort of like a jack of all trades. It's great for everything. Add clearance, loads of different activities. One of the things I like really the most about Hierarchy is you can sort of like abuse that guidance ring. You can sort of peek around corners with it, hip fire. Just really, really easy to use. That's where it struggled a little bit, the ease of use, but all the changes that Bungie have made, it was just a shame they weren't there on day one, but they've actually been fixed now. So Hierarchy is actually better than ever. And like I said, just being able to like stay at a distance with your Helion, doing that extra damage with your Eunoia, and just peeking through them rings, it's really, really easy to do. It's a really good damage setup and all-round setup for DPS and add clear as well. Just really, really nice. There's various different gear sets. I personally just like to run a 4-piece Bushido set because you're going to get final blows with bows. It's going to give you resist as long as you keep getting kills. And you're also going to get little bits of heal from freshly drawn weapons. So you'll just see on that left-hand side there, that resist. So as long as you get a kill with the Bushido set and you just keep getting kills, which you can do very easily with Hierarchy, you're going to keep that resist going as well and get that extra bit of healing whilst you stood inside your Rift as well for your Helions. Some Conquest gameplay, this is what I'm talking about. It's good for like add clearance, survivability as well if you think about it, because you can peek, but you do actually do quite a lot of damage as well with this setup. And again, I've said it once, I'll probably say it one more time, it is a primary ammo weapon, and you could get your Submerging out or your other crossbows and put out some damage as well. Now, bearing in mind, you're going to have your well up quite a lot as well, because hierarchy still gives quite a lot of super, so you're going to have your well up as well, which is also benefiting your teammates, so you always got a guidance ring up. The other thing I am focused on so much is how that guidance ring actually rotates and follows you now as well, which is just another ease of use buff as well. So a jack of all trades build, really good for damage, really good for ad clearance. You can use it multiple ways, and honestly, if you've got hierarchy, get on it. It just feels immense now. It's always, as you know if you follow my channel, always one of my favourite weapons in the game, if not my favourite exotic in the full entire game. But now it's better than ever. It feels absolutely immense. As I mentioned, gear sets, there is quite a lot of other gear sets to consider. If you got the collective psych set from the raid, that will also benefit this build very nicely. You've also got things like the smoke set jumper, things like that type of armor set. But I really like the 4 Bushido set, just for like normal stuff, just doing the reclaim missions and stuff like that. It's unbeatable. It's really good. And then I'm just sort of going to finish the clips off with some portal stuff. This was like a heavy sort of like difficulty. I think I had it like -40, -50. And you can just see this boss's health go down. And one more time, it is a primary ammo weapon. Can you believe it? And just look at that damage. Her health has gone back into soft lock. We can't damage it anymore. Bungie love to do that. But you can see the damage just from a primary ammo weapon. It's nuts. But that's the video. I'll leave a dim link for this particular build. Eunoia, Helion, hierarchy. It all just works perfectly together. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.